All right, if everyone is happy, we can start. First of all, I would like to organize the American Association of Clinical Anatomists for this session, for organizing the session, which is quite an exciting time to have this presentation, this type of virtual meeting, although the expectancy from everyone was to meet in New York, but unfortunately, due to COVID closed down, this is not possible. But we hope we will be able to do that in the near future next year. Okay, so today I have a presentation for you. The scheduled time is 30 minutes, but I think it will take me shorter. You can put your questions directly on the chat box. And when I finish the presentation, we can have a one-to-one QA session for a few minutes. Okay, so first of all, I will present you how 3D Organon is transforming medical education. 3D Organon is an anatomy application. We started working on this application as a side project about 8 years ago. We were starting developing a 3D anatomy software for mobile, for tablet, and PC devices. And with the revolution of virtual reality in 2015, 2016, we were the first company in the world that released a virtual reality anatomy software. I will start with a short video. I have actually a lot of videos in my presentation. I hope you will enjoy them. I will start with this video for a minute and a half, and you can turn up the volume so you can hear the sound of the video as well.
With education institutions globally adapting to multimodal learning, discover how to stage online virtual classrooms with 3D Organon. 3D Organon's multi-award-winning software platform facilitates accelerated learning and teaching in medical sciences and anatomy across desktop, mobile, and virtual reality devices. Enable your interstate and overseas students to experience the tangible benefits of immersive 3D technologies via online virtual classrooms, where anatomy is demonstrated live and students are able to explore with cross-platform device support. Off-classroom, students can access the whole database of 3D models, images, animations, and definitions on their own devices for self-directed study from home. The platform includes an extensive knowledge base of anatomical definitions available in multiple languages: English, traditional and simplified Chinese, German, Italian, Spanish, Georgian, Polish, Portuguese, Latin, Russian, Ukrainian, French, and Thai. Contact 3D Organon now at prosupport@3dorganon.com and give your students an edge.
So as you understand, 3D Organon has a multimodal approach into tackling different problems. Regarding the problems in education, we know very well that a static all size fits all type of learning doesn't fit anywhere anymore in the modern learning ecosystem. So our students are quite evolved. They love technology. They're very fast. They consume information in a very fast manner. So they need some sort of solution that facilitates this type of education and learning. We know very well that anatomy is a very challenging subject. There are over 2,500 new terms they need to learn, lots of Latin, lots of Greek, and lots of hardcore terminology, which makes the foundation of medicine. And there are so extensive curricular informations across all medical schools in the world. And it's been calculated and published that there is up to 70% decline in teaching time, which means that whatever teaching time we have with students, we have to be very efficient. And the new thing is that the close down due to the COVID-19 had a big impact on the delivery of medical education programs. There are whole universities who are reforming their programs. Everyone is trying to find an appropriate solution for remote delivery of sessions. People are trying Zoom. Some others are trying collaboration platforms. And with 3D Organon, we have also developed our own collaboration system where you can show one-to-one anatomy using the 3D models, and you can have many students participating in the same classroom, virtual classroom. Maintaining a wet lab with cadaveric specimens is resource and staff intensive. It's quite expensive. The cost of service per cadaver can easily reach $8,000. In some countries, it's very difficult to find, to source cadaveric specimens. It's very difficult to get body donors. And the annual cost for running an anatomy lab can get easily to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, maybe more, depending on the size of the school. Also, regarding patient education, we still are deprived in that domain. From research, we found out that over 60% of patients do not understand the foundational information regarding the treatment plans and therapeutics, and 44% they don't know the exact nature of their operation. That brings us to our mission. Our mission is to provide intuitive, future-proof software solutions that gives you superior visualization of anatomy, and it is something that is suitable for the modern generation of learners. And we also to facilitate patient education. We want doctors to be able to get a modern tablet device or a PC or a virtual reality and demonstrate anatomy to their patients in a way they can comprehend. On that video, you see the multi-user function of 3D Organon live. So you can see there are different devices running 3D Organon, and there is a host, the professor, the teacher, who is giving the demonstration, and everyone is looking on the demonstration. People are talking with voice chat, they send messages, and they can also run individual quizzes at their own. So 3D Organon comes into two flavors. First of all, we have the traditional app, which is designed for desktop, mobile, and tablet applications for laptops. And then we have the virtual reality anatomy app. So that one is designed for PC-powered and standalone virtual reality headsets. The content in 3D Organon is extensive. There are over 500 pages of anatomy textbooks and text, I would say, definitions. The content is created by anatomists and medical professionals, by people with experience in surgery. We have high detailed models. We have an intuitive user interface. The whole implementation of the software is aimed to be educational and engaging. We use a lot of research in order to put the right terminology, in order to put the right definition, some updated stuff, some information that relates to anatomical variations. We put a lot of thought before we put something in 3D Organon. The software is translated into a lot of languages. There are about 14 languages that has been already implemented, and we are looking to put more translations in the future. We support, the applications are supported for Windows 10, for Mac operating system, for iPhones, iPads, and Android. This is the conventional, I would say, 3D anatomy software. But in terms of virtual reality, we support the whole variety of the top-notch virtual reality systems in the market, from Oculus Rift to HTC Vive, and also we support some cutting-edge standalone headsets like the Vive Focus and the Oculus Quest. The implementation of 3D Organon has lots of different use cases. For example, if you use a desktop application in your laptop or in your desktop PC, this can be very helpful in preparing some slides for your presentations. Or you can use it to demonstrate, to mirror the anatomy app onto a PowerPoint presentation, for example, or in a presentation mode in a big class, and that can help you improve the explanation when you are describing something to students. The virtual reality, the PC-powered flavor of virtual reality provides immersive learning. It gives you an immersive experience. Students can very quickly establish the relationships between anatomical structures because everything is stereoscopic. You put on the headset, you are isolated from any external stimulus and any distractors, and you can focus only into the topic, which is great and works really well with today's students. The tablet and smartphone applications, they are very handy because you can review your anatomy material anytime. You can run some quizzes when you're on the bus, when you're at home relaxing, and they have great advantages because they are portable. The standalone virtual reality, those are virtual reality devices that do not require any connection with an external graphics card or any external computer. They are all in one. You can have them with you. They are very portable. They are very high quality, and you can still enjoy virtual reality where you are on the go. Regarding more scenarios for using 3D Organon, in a classroom scenario, you can engage a multi-user mode. The students can join with their own devices, whether tablet or phones or mobiles or virtual reality. We support all of them, which means that the host can run the session in a virtual reality setup, but the students who are joining, the clients, they can join in with whatever they had. The reason is 3D Organon is designed to be cross-platform and allows every device to collaborate with each other in a very smooth way. In some universities, they use 3D Organon for previewing and understanding the relationships of structures and organs before they do the cadaver dissection. And then at some stage, they do the cadaver dissection and they go back to 3D Organon for verifying whatever has been presented or has been elaborated during the cadaveric dissection. Also in PBL, small group learning setups, students can use 3D Organon in order to identify objectives that has been presented into a scenario or a case that has been included in PBL, for example. We are the first in the world that have implemented an XR technology for anatomy. In this technology, you are using some special virtual reality devices who have cameras in the front. One example is HTC Vive and HTC Cosmos devices. With these devices, they have cameras in the front and the user can activate the cameras. You can activate the camera and you can see your surrounding. So this is actually captured from the virtual reality device, the video I show you. So you see your surrounding environment, everything is colored, everything is nice and vivid as it is in real life. And the 3D Organon software and the user interface, it is superimposed onto your real environment. This is very exciting because you can see the students. You are not isolated in your own bubble. You can see people, you can interact with people. The students can see in a large monitor what you are doing or how you interact with something. You can show them animations of muscle actions, for example. It gives you a very exciting experience. 3D Organon has over 15 body systems. All body systems are separated in the app. We have over 550 muscle actions for joints, for muscles, for organ actions. All these are in this module. We offer virtual reality experience. We offer augmented reality experience for tablet and mobile phones. And also we have included the XR experience. It is bundled into virtual reality for supported devices. 3D Organon has a microscopic anatomy module with 3D histology models. This is very exciting. I will show you some short videos later on. In the new app coming in the next month, by the end of the next month, early August, we have a 3D sectioning tool. I have a small video about that one, the languages, the multi-user sessions, and also we have a few hundred cadaveric images that can be used for teaching purposes. Another nice module we have created in 3D Organon is the formative assessment tool. So with formative assessment tool, the students can run USMLE style questions. There are cases, vignettes, and there is a lead-in where they have to, find some objective to look up on a question, and the actual the students, they need to look up on the 3D model to identify the right answer. So it's not a typical type A question, like a multiple choice thing. The students see the vignette, they see the lead-in, they see the options, but they need to explore a 3D model. They need to perform a virtual dissection and select from the models available in the dissection to apply their answer. It has an intuitive review mode where they can review everything, all the wrong answers turn into opaque colors. It's a sort of transparent thing, and the correct answer is highlighted, and they can perform another virtual dissection to understand better why this and not the other. And there is a short rationale that goes with every question, which is something that always students want, like an extra information why this and not that when it comes into a quiz thing. In 3D Organon, in the actions module, in the muscle actions, we have a very detailed actions module, and we show the muscles from different muscle fiber attachment and orientation. And let me explain you what I mean. For example, let's take the example of the external oblique muscle. So the external oblique, there are, if some specific fibers contract, we have unilateral contraction, flexion to the side. When some other fibers contract, for example, from the opposite side, you have a contralateral rotation. And when you have both sides contracting, like the left and right muscle, that makes flexion of the trunk, of the abdomen, which means that those muscles, because they're quite long and they have fibers oriented into different directions, they engage a different movement. And all these movements are coded with a separate animation and with a separate title in 3D Organon. And this is very useful for the students, because when we show the students all these tables with the muscle origins, insertions, and a big list of actions, the students, they don't understand what we are talking about. They don't understand what we are talking about. The same goes with trapezius muscles, because there are all these different fibers oriented into different directions. So each of those bundles, it gives off a different movement. So all are coded differently and separately in 3D Organon for better understanding. In the coming edition, we have added a lot of new features. I have some of them here. If you see on the top right, this is the 3D sectioning tool, and with that one, you can have as many models as you want in front of you, the whole body, the body systems of your preference, and you can make 3D slices, and you cut across different, you create a sort of plane, and you cut across the model using that plane. This is very intuitive because you can walk around the model if you are in a VR mode, and then you can explore the anatomy, you can disarticulate all the structures, and set them apart so you can understand the relationship between them. It's a very unique function, and we aim for higher learning outcomes using a module like this. On the top, on the bottom left, we see the cadaveric module. So that one relates to the structure that you are looking at, and you can see cadaveric images that are coded to that specific region. And the bottom right, we see the anatomy quiz module. So you can select a body system, the number of questions, the total time, and you can engage a quiz. this on that one, we see some images, some videos from the 3D histology models, and also from the augmented reality. So for augmented reality, you don't need any special device. A tablet device and a mobile phone, a smartphone is suitable for projecting the virtual reality, the augmented reality onto a person or into your real environment, as you can see with the video. And regarding the 3D histology, it's really exciting. We have very high detail models with lots of detail, which students can explore, as you can see here on the videos. 3D Organon is trusted by hundreds of top-tier universities in the US, in China, in Europe, all over the world, in Australasia. They love 3D Organon because we offer an all-in-one solution with virtual reality, augmented reality, and desktop and mobile applications. Here is something else.
400 years until now, we're still using the same way to teach anatomy. So people are thinking how we can solve this problem.
Today I will show you how our app, 3D Organon, is transforming anatomical education.
VR is innovative, software is innovative, but once you have it in your hands, in your organization, it's a really unique opportunity for you to also innovate with how it's used.
It takes us into anatomy in a different perspective.
You stand inside it, you become part of the content, it becomes an experience.
3D Organon have been showcasing amazing technology. Their stand's always been busy. People have been commenting on how fantastic their software is.
The product of 3D Organon, I think, is an excellent product, and I think it's very important that it's user-friendly, and having anatomists help develop it has been a great fit.
It's easy to learn and envision like where everything is and to see how the body moves.
I think it will quite fast be implemented in many institutions of the world.
The way that we have designed 3D Organon, it's cross-platform. It's sort of platform agnostic. Whatever you have, most of the devices will support.
With the virtual reality, the students can now learn how to interlink those structures with the 3D dimensional way.
This is a very new form of education. This is a user doing it individually. You set some learning outcomes, and then that person can use their own intuitive and discover and find the information before them.
It was pretty amazing. I was shocked. I wish my students have this for studying anatomy. It's really helpful, I think.
You can see everything like inside and outside, and you can zoom in.
I advise it for the student and also for the teacher to give it to their student.
I tried these beautiful tools for surgical and anatomical learning, and I think that it's very useful and great. It's the future.
All right, so we need to move on because we have only a few minutes left. 3D Organon has been featured in different newspapers and websites, and also has been featured by top technology pioneers like Mark Zuckerberg and Sarah Wang in different conferences on innovation and education. So I will move on. All right, so this will conclude the session. We have, I think, like 4 or 5 minutes left for any questions. So do we have, let me see my, okay, chat box. So do you have any question? Is anyone who wants to speak up and ask something? We have a few minutes for QA. All right, if we have no question, then we can conclude the session. Thank you so much for your attendance. And if there is anyone who wants any further information about our software solutions, you can contact our amazing sales team and support team at prosupport@3dorganon.com. Thank you.